Hey guys, welcome back to our vegan channel. It's fall and
Wow.
I love baking. I do. My dad was a baker and I loved to be in the kitchen when he was baking all of the holiday treats, and he was great about putting us kids in charge of little projects to do. So I was a baker in training from the age of probably like as soon as I could sit at a table.
Whoa.
I know. So that's almost 54 years of baking experience.
Dang, today you get a recipe and a life story.
All right. Well, today we're making a time-tested true holiday treat, pumpkin pie. And this recipe that I'm going to show you today, number 1, it's vegan, of course. Number 2, it is totally customizable. So we've got the whole gamut here, and I'll take you through all of the different customizations. Let's get to it. So first of all, for pumpkin pie, you're going to need some pumpkin. Today, I have a fresh, tiny pumpkin. Well, it wasn't that tiny. It was like this big. And we cut it. We put it in the oven after we took the seeds out at 350 and roasted it for about an hour and a half at 350. You can bump up the temperature however you roast it. I like to do it slow because you get that nice caramelization and it really adds a lot of flavor to the finished product. So this is the resulting pumpkin from one pumpkin. This is the meat from one slow roasted pumpkin. And if you don't have your fresh pumpkin to massacre and slowly torture in the oven, you can use a can of pumpkin. So one can like this size of pumpkin will make one pie. If you get the bigger can of pumpkin, 2 pies. So I have enough today for 2 pies. It's a little more than I would normally use, but that's okay because this recipe is completely forgiving. So I didn't want to have a little bit of pumpkin left over, so I just put it all in there. Everything is going in the blender. That's the easy part. All in the blender. No extra bowls, no extra nothing. You're going to need a crust. I'm using a traditional wheat crust, I guess you would say. I've got 2 of them in here. This is pretty good. It's accidentally vegan. You don't have to pre-bake it. You're not going to get a soggy bottom. It's going to be okay. It's not difficult. Next up, you're going to need to sweeten this up. Pumpkin is not really that sweet. It's actually kind of bland. So we're going to go with coconut sugar. The reason I like to use coconut sugar is because it is not filtered through bone char and it is a higher glycemic index, so you're not going to get like that processed sugar high, you know, whoa, I just ate half a pie. I'm flying, and then crash at the end of Thanksgiving. This is not going to do that for you. It's going to give you that more even energy level. So we're going to be putting in, it's going to seem like a lot. Let me just say, it's going to seem like a lot, but it's not really because it's for 2 pies. And that is 1 1/3 cups. I know it seems like a lot, but don't get nervous. It's for 2 decadent, delicious pies. And you know what? It's the holidays, so you can splurge on the desserts. I mean, let's face it, there's not going to be very many vegan desserts at Thanksgiving, right? Because chances are you're probably the only vegan in the village, so at least you can enjoy the pumpkin pie. All right, so we got the sugar. We've got some vanilla because vanilla goes in pumpkin pie. I'm not even measuring it.
Okay.
But in case you want to know, the exact measurements will be in the info box below. It's very customizable and forgivable. So like if you put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla as opposed to 2, it's going to be okay. Same thing with the coconut, but we're not there yet. We're also going to balance the sugar with a little bit of salt. So a little bit of Himalayan sea salt in there. You don't have to use Himalayan sea salt, but that's what I have. We're also going to use beautiful pumpkin pie spice. If you don't have pumpkin pie spice, you could make it very easily. Just Google it, and it has the ratio of like ginger, cinnamon, blah, blah, blah. I don't have it with me right here now, but it's very simple to make. But I've already got it all made up. And then we're going to need something to thicken this because it doesn't have any eggs. And eggs is what holds a pumpkin pie together and makes it into a custard. We don't have that. So we're going to be using cornstarch. I'm supposing, and I haven't tried this yet though, so I don't know. Arrowroot is very close to cornstarch, but I tried the original with cornstarch and it came out very good, so I never tried the arrowroot. But if anybody wants to try it with arrowroot and let me know how it comes out, I'd appreciate that. So this is going to be the binder. This is what's going to make it hold together. I know that looks like a lot, but you are not going to taste that in the recipe at all. The pumpkin is very strong.
And keep in mind too, we are making 2 pies
We're
right
making
now.
2 pies. All right, now the last ingredient, which is the coconut milk or milk, non-dairy milk. So I've got a collection here. I've got canned coconut milk, regular. I've got canned coconut cream, a small one. And I've got organic coconut cream, a bigger one. So if you're making 1 pie, this is your man right here. The tiny 5.4 ounce coconut cream. That's going to make it delicious and decadent and amazing. If you're doing 2 pies and you want it the ultimate decadence, go with the bigger can of the organic coconut cream. If you want it medium decadent and you're making 2, go with the can of regular full fat coconut milk. You can also go with a light version of this. You could also go with just like a non-dairy milk, but it's not going to be as creamy and decadent as this. So today we're going with the middle version. We're going with the organic full fat coconut milk, not the cream. So we're just going to pop open our can and dump it in there. You want to get all of that cream off. You don't want to leave any of this in the can because you paid for it. My dad would always be like, you scrape out those containers, you scrape out those bowls. We need all of it. And I hate when it hangs out under the lip over there. Make sure you get all of that out too. So we've got it all out. And that's pretty much it besides blending. We're going to go over to the blender now. And we're going to blend the S out of this. Alright, so this is super simple. We're just going to do sausage dips and dressings twice. I'm assuming that's like 30 seconds twice. 23 seconds.
That was kind of a fail.
Okay. I'm glad this happened. The problem is it is too thick. We're going to add a little bit of liquid to help it blend so that it is completely creamy and smooth. When I made this the other day, it was a little bit warmer than it is today. So the coconut wasn't as thick as it is right now because today is a little bit chilly. So we're just going to get rid of the air bubble in there and mix in a little bit extra liquid. It won't affect the recipe. There is plenty enough cornstarch in there to totally make this thick and pie-like. So don't worry about adding a little bit extra liquid. All right, here we go. All right. Finally. There, we have it. Beautiful. Perfect. All right, so we're going to spoon it into our pie shells now. All right, so we're going to try and do this as evenly as possible between the 2 pie shells. So we do the, oh, you get a little, and then you get a little. All right, so we're smoothing it out now. because this isn't really going to move much once you put it in the oven, so you want the top to be nice and smooth. You don't want a dog's dinner, as Chef Ramsay would say. I have my oven set to 350. Had a little dog's dinner accident there. Okay, this is gonna go in 350, not convection, for 50 to 60 minutes. It sounds like a long time. If you notice it's starting to get too dark before 50 minutes, take it out because it's probably ready. You want it in the middle of the oven, especially if you're using a gas oven, because the flames, you know, the vents come up from the side. You don't want your crust or anything to have a hot spot, so keep it in the middle. So I'm going to put one on my stone, and I'm going to put the other one above it. So this is going to be in here for at least 50 minutes. Don't look at me. Look at these.
Ooh.
So I had to run out, and Maddie took these out, I'm guessing after 50 minutes.
Yep.
And look at
They
how
look
beautiful
quite delicious.
They look a little bit darker than regular pumpkin pie because of the coconut sugar.
Mm-hmm.
If you had used a white sugar, they would be a little bit
Orangier.
more orange. So the goal with these is to let them cool off to room temperature. And then we're going to pop them in the fridge. Sorry, my dog's out of water. We're going to pop them in the fridge, let them chill for at least 3 to 4 hours, but overnight would be ideal. All right, this has been cooling its heels in the refrigerator jail for a few hours.
Look at this.
Beautiful.
Yes.
We have two of these
Yes,
lovely,
King.
lovely pies. He said, I love pumpkin.
Oh.
It helps me poop.
Oh, Bella. Oh, you're so precious. All right. Let's give this a taste. I have a feeling it's going to be really freaking good.
Look at how it's holding together, by the way.
Yes.
Lovely.
That
It's a real
smells
pumpkin custard pie.
like fall.
It's legit. As good as the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And we use the lesser full fat.
Mm-hmm. The texture is so, like,
Silky.
silky, melts in your mouth. The taste, it's got, like, that nice, beautiful fall spice to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a little bit of sweetness. It's not too sweet,
Right.
which is good, because sometimes, like, you bite
It's-
into one and it's
yeah.
like, bleh, too
Right.
much sugar. But this is wonderful. And again, no, not even a hint of coconut
Right.
in that flavor. So
Right.
if you're not into coconut,
Don't worry.
it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like coconut at all. It tastes like pumpkin pie.
Mmm.
And that is fantastic.
Cornucopia.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't even want to swallow it. I just want to, like...
Hold it in your mouth forever.
Yeah. Which is what I used to do when I was a kid. Ew!
Run away. Run away.
Okay. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know if you enjoyed this recipe. Let us know if you try it out. Send us a picture. And give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And maybe subscribe if you're not already.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys next time. And until then, much love.